Okay, so yeah, I decided I'm gonna do this too, especially after the game that I had this morning on it. Panzer 38H-F. Not reading the whole thing. I like this thing. I mean, it was a French tank before we had French tanks. Uh, it is the equivalent of the H-35, the Hotchkiss, which I've already blown through, of course, and it's my first premium tank, I believe, that I ever got a long time ago. And I got it, didn't really know how to play it because still didn't know how to play tanks. And then I just kind of forgot about it as I got higher tier vehicles. And there's a couple of my early low-level tier 2 premium tanks, well, two of them, that I have that I just kind of forgot about. And starting to come back, especially with training these guys. These guys definitely wanting to push them up as high as possible. And I can explain the 2X missing here, but not here in a sec. I decided to come back to this. Now, yeah, like I said, I get to it in a sec. The reason that I went with these two first is a little bit of min-maxing on skills. I'll admit it. Having actually managed to... I started running the premiums before running the regulars, if I have the time, because I actually had a case with my M10 where it took this crew, they were in the 90s, and it took them up to the hundreds and got their crew skills in. But that was after, not this tank, but the tank previous, since transferred. After it had gotten its 2 times, it's like, wait a second, but that means if I run these for the 2 times first, I can actually get my skills up pretty far. So that's why I run the premiums first. So, but about this tank itself. Same hit points, a little heavier, same engine. It says it has a better top speed. Better traverse speed, yeah, I'll buy it. Same hull and turret armor, which is stupid for its tier, 40 all around. Better shell damage and penetration. Now that's against the stock gun. Better turret traverse speed, better rate of fire, better view range, better signal range. That is against the stock Hotchkiss. With everything else, you know, you get a better gun and all that, and better engine and things, but I still like this. I like this more than the stock Hotchkiss. I like it enough that I actually blew gold on on a new camo job. And yeah, I can only train my commander and driver, but hey, it's still more skills to it. And it's, for its tier, a decent little learner now that I've started to actually figure out how to play it. And I got vents, because I put vents on just about everything anymore. And I just throw on binoculars and camo net, because it aims fast. I'm not putting coated optics on it. Toolbox, might swap one of those out for that, but it's not permanent. I've actually considered the Spall liner. 20% armor protection from ramming and explosives. At tier 2, even 40 millimeters of armor, yeah, that's a lot for its tier, but probably not. However, 20% protection of the crew from injuries. It's got two people. I've been fighting myself after having played a couple games in it over whether or not I want to do that. Haven't made a decision yet. And then for equipment, repairs, fire extinguisher, first aid kit. It performs infinitely better than this. To the point where I don't feel it is, just stick with the Holy Trinity. And you'll note that even though it's still got iffy penetration, against some of what it sees. I haven't bothered with the APCR. 800 rounds a shot, it's not worth it. I go with 50-50. If I can't pen it, I just splash damage it. It's got a huge rate of fire, as you'll see in the upcoming match. So I feel absolutely zero reason at tier 2 to keep APCR on this thing. This thing, I keep 10 because I can. But this thing, no. Its rate of fire, DPM at tier 2, it's just, in my opinion, an all-around good tank, with its only issues being it takes a while to get there. I mean, this thing looks at Matildas and just, it's like, can I get a push? This thing asks Matildas for a speed boost. So that's kind of depressing. But when you think about it, it's kind of the Matilda before the Matilda. And I didn't know that until, coming back and actually looking at it again after forever. So, now that I've spent enough time talking about it, why don't we have a quick look at a battle, shall we? So here we are, Panzer 38H. First game back in this tank in forever. Remember, 100% crew, 50% first skill level, recon, and off-road driving. And off we go. Oh, we're booking now. And this is about as fast as this tank gets unless it's falling off a cliff. Oh, we're going downhill. Almost made the top speed. And you can see already losing momentum, but that's okay. This thing isn't about rushing forward. It's about that 40 millimeters of armor. Which, despite what this says with a penetration of a whole 41, thanks to the angling, I remember in one of my early matches with this, just sitting face to face with someone else in one of these doing nothing to each other. It was really funny. Since then I have, and I remember that because that's why I carry half of my ammunition in high explosive now. Still waiting to actually get into shooting range of something. Oh look, a BT-2. A partially damaged BT-2. Let's see if we can't do something to him. If that 35T doesn't kill him first.
Target acquired.
So yeah, auto lock. This guy's slow enough that he can do that. And there we go. First kill of the day. Taking hits. Worst is I've got is a little tread damage. More tread damage. Panzer 2D. And just continue to move. This, for an early level tank, this thing has surprisingly good angled armor. And you can see it just throws lead down range. Losing 2-6. I'm one of the two. Continue back downhill. Slow. Well, you're gonna love downhills and hate uphills in this tank. If you haven't already guessed. I believe it at one point had the nickname of Micro Mouse, actually, which is fitting, all things considered. Panzer 2E with the upgraded gun. I mean Panzer 2 with the upgraded gun, and a Panzer 2D.
Penetration.
Throw that one into the sand, didn't need it. There we go, 2 kills. Now we're 4-8. Oh, still losing. Another Panzer 2D. These things really are everywhere.
We didn't penetrate their
Did that just
armor.
bounce? Must have hit the 30 millimeters upper turret. T-26 on 5 HP.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
It's now 8-9. 9-9. Panzer II takes out the Seal Clubber. And off we go. I call him a Seal Clubber, but I guess that's kind of what I'm doing, considering what tank I'm in and its performance. And off we go. Panzer Jaeger 1. Sends our Panzer II scurrying behind the rocks. Panzer 38 doesn't need rocks. It is a rock. And off we go. Moving at our top uphill speed of 9 miles an hour. Sorry, kilometers per hour.
Enemy is hit. Gotcha.
There we go. You can see our Panzer IID is trying to get him to come up and help me. It's okay. Panzer II can stay there. Panzer 38 will take care of this. So yeah, as long as you can just keep moving forward in these, as you can see, all I need is a push. Forget extra guns, just need a push. As long as this thing can just keep moving, you're in good shape. For that reason, I have considered also, well, it doesn't take suspension. I had thought about suspension, but it doesn't take suspension. SU-18, oh, he can damage me.
That one didn't go through.
He hasn't hit me though.
Penetration.
I think he was gonna try to ram me.
We're
Oh,
immobilized.
T-18, Seal Clubber.
Track hit. Ready to fire. We didn't penetrate their armor.
And yes, I am relying on auto aim, but come on, this thing's so slow.
We didn't even scratch them. Critical hit. We've lost the
Look,
track.
I fired two
We didn't
HE and
penetrate
just
their
decided,
armor. Enemy
eh,
armor is damaged.
and there we go.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
I have a Top Gun. There's an M2 Light busy harassing our T-18. So I'm waiting for repairs,
Let's roll.
and off we go again. Well, there's only one of them left. And all of a sudden, our Panzer II is brave. But, there we go. And that's the match. Panzer 38. Slow, really slow, but that was Top Gun, Fire for Effect, Duelist, Brawler, and Ace Tanker. And the Panzer 38H. It'll be a little micro mouse. It's slow, but I absolutely love it. And yes, I was accusing the T-18s of seal clubbing, but let's be honest here. That was pretty much me seal clubbing. I mean, yeah, I wasn't using any of the premium stuff beyond the tank itself, but performance like that, with that armor, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, yeah, that was seal clubbing. So yeah, this has been the Panzer 38H, and this is Nick60 signing off. If you liked what you saw, please check out my channel for more. Want to keep up, subscribe, check out my Twitter, Nick60vids. If you really like what you saw and are feeling generous, please check out my Patreon, Nikolai60. Links to everything in the description. Nick60 signing off. I'll be seeing you all later.